Man, my data just ran out.
Here, you can use my phone.
Thank you. Come on, man. My data finished again.
Relax, honey. You can always use mine.
Wait, how come you always have so much data?
I told you I switched to Tele mobile postpaid plans. Those plans come with plenty of data, so I will never run out of data again.
Okay, well, why don't you come over here and show me more about these plans? Because I'm about to switch to Telem data now.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Dick. Okie dokie, kids. What's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? We begin with the news of somebody ring the bell. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, it is not Santa Claus. Your local loudmouth has made it into the upcoming elections. He has been officially registered. OMC. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. The OMC is an official political party. Wow. You thought you would have seen it all. But I was like, because yesterday, he was supposed to get word on whether he was going to be registered or not. Of course, they started to play around, and it was not possible for him to get an answer yesterday. So he did 100 videos, basically complaining about everything that is wrong with St. Martin because democracy is not taking place. And then when he got the call this morning, like, Olivier, you made it. Yes, the small people got a break. Yes, we made it. I have a dream. I was like, okay, Olivier, relax. No, stop. What does it mean for the political parties that I'm going to be contesting against a party that is supposed to have 12 candidates? Well, it's going to be an interesting ride because you know the type of campaign that Mr. Arnell brings. Anybody gonna get a series. You mess with him, you're gonna get a series. You don't mess with him, you're gonna get a series. It's gonna be series galore. That's why we need to make sure we pitch a show to Netflix. We're gonna call it Olivier Says, because it's going to be a movie. It should be a miniseries, a drama, a thriller, coming soon to Netflix. Boom, boom. Oh my gosh. It's like, you see what Olivier do today? But yesterday he said he hate that person, and today he having dinner with them. This is unreal. I love St. Martin. I need to go visit because it can't be real. That's gonna be the reviews. Wait, this man come out of nowhere, and he get into government. He did what? Who's this Kevin? I don't like this Kevin character. I don't like this Kevin. He's the villain. He's the villain. Yeah, I know, right? You're thinking about it, right? You would watch that show, right? Because we're living it. Congratulations, St. Martin. We are a show. We are a show. So OMC is officially registered. Okay. I'm gonna give a clip of him. Just take a look.
Good afternoon. The meeting at the Electoral Council today lasted 5 minutes. OMC is officially registered at the Electoral Council of St. Martin, and we are going to participate in the upcoming election. On Monday, the official document will be given to us as a political party. I want to thank everyone behind the scene. I want to thank my notary that has done a very good job. I want to thank the president of the political party that has been running up and down, getting things done. I want to thank all of the candidates that is there with me. You know who you are. You don't know each other. Who there with me, who stand with me on the journey of going forward. It's an emotional day today for me because this moment of my life is important because we are on a journey to change. 5 minutes the meeting lasts. There's nothing else could have been said. There's nothing else that could have been done, but only congratulations. When you fight, you get it done. When you stay quiet, you don't get nothing done. Because if I did not fight, we wouldn't have get it done. Like some people may say in the community, oh, Olivia Arundel is violent. Olivia Arundel is this. Olivia Arundel doing that. Olivia Arundel doing this. And Olivia Arundel doing that. They got all kind of complaints they got to say about Olivia Arundel. But when they thief the money, I don't say nothing. When they persecuting you, I don't say nothing. When they lying, I don't say nothing. Jimmy gone, I don't say nothing. Everything that is happening in our society, nobody say anything. Well, guess what? Now is Gas Cooley. Now I'm ready to debate on stage against Franklin Myers, against Sarah Westcott Williams, against Omar Atley, against Christopher Emmanuel. I want to debate Silvera Jacob. I want to debate Luke Marcelina. I want to debate RU. I want to debate Melissa Gums. I want to have a debate. Don't refuse not to debate the leadership of the OMC. OMC is officially approved by the Electoral Council. I ain't gonna hold on you too long. It don't make sense. So for all the fans out there, congratulations to you too. To my people, congratulations to us. Now, fasten your seatbelt because we going in government. And once we are in government, maybe Gracia And look, Marcelina gonna do all the talking, what they did already, saying, oh, this is what they find. Whatever I find, I turn it over. Because the people can no longer live in the conditions that they're living in. We need to hold people responsible for the stuff that's been going on. So once again, for all the people who have given me the support, the love, the care, for all of my candidates, and for the new ones that wants to come, we got space for you. We have space for you. We at the OMC is going to take it one step at a time until we getting into power. And once we getting into power, we're going to hit the reset button and give the country back to the people. Until then, I salute you. This is Olivier Arundel, in and out. Talk to you next time.
So, they're there. The Walichi movement for change. The only reason why it's the OMC is because Sam came and said, no, we're Swaliga movement for change. So we got two movements for change, everybody changing, but us. Brumch. Get it? Because we're not changing. Same thing. All right. In other news, Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, Central Committee meeting took place on Thursday. And the agenda point was to, listen carefully, approve the government extending the NRPB for 2 more years on St. Martin. They were supposed to be only here for 3. But you see the way that works goes, they need to stay longer. So they're looking for an extension. So they want to enjoy 2 more years on St. Martin, meaning 2 more years of salaries, meaning 2 more years of study to fix the money that they receive from the World Bank. Because they need more time in order to execute the projects. So, of course, the government asked for extension. They need to get permission from Parliament. Not permission, more like Parliament has to comment on. Auntie Sarah did it Auntie Sarah style during the meeting. But before we go to that, we are just going to listen to the opening statements from our honorable members of Parliament because they speak. They wasn't saying anything for a long time, but they spoke. And yeah, let's start off with the opening statements from them first for the notification round. And then we're going to go to the meat of the situation. Pause.
Well, of course, today I take this opportunity to wish one and all a happy Flag Day. I hope everyone has enjoyed their Flag Day thus far as we remember one of the symbols that keep us together, and that is our flag with a coat of arms in the middle of it. I also want to make mention of the fact that we have 2 MPC, TKL stream students in our midst as part of their work experience program. We have Mr. Taylor and we have Ms. Kasanvid Jojo. To both of them, welcome to Parliament, and I hope that this is an interesting time and work experience that you would have here. Welcome. In terms of notifications, I have received from the member MP Egbert Duran a notice of absence, and I ask the floor if there are any other notifications, or we do have some, and I see that MP Christophe Emmanuel is requesting the floor. MP Emmanuel?
Well, this is a standing occasion anyway, you know, so it doesn't mind. Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to our chair, of course, my honorable colleagues here in the Tribune, the people of St. Martin, the staff of the Secretariat. Good afternoon to everyone. Well, of course, Madam Chair, just to piggyback a little bit off of what you said already, is just to welcome not to welcome, but to say Happy Flag Day to each and every one of us and the whole entire population of St. Martin. Of course, Madam Chair, you know, I have to plug it in one time too as well. You know, I got to congratulate the Ministry of ECYS and the excellent job that the minister, the acting minister, Lyndon Lewis, is doing. I saw him today marching and dancing and waving the flags and everything, and the whole government apparatus in this government. You know, I want to congratulate them too, Madam Chair, because I believe the last person that I have seen erected or placed so many flags on the island, I think that was during the time of Louis Laveille. I stand to be corrected on that. And I was so pleased when I drove coming here, I saw the flags on the poles and they waved it and stuff, and I say, okay, yeah, we sort of getting there amidst all that is happening with the power outage crisis and stuff like that. It was a moment to smile and feel proud and feel good and feel happy to see that our flags was waving high. So I want to thank the ministry. I want to thank also the SG and also the government of St. Martin for the work that they have done concerning Flag Day. So to everyone, congratulations. It was a job that I'm pleased with. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you, MP Christophe Emmanuel. Are there any other notifications? I see MP Roseberg. MP Roseberg, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I will stay seated, seeing that that's possible. I want to use this opportunity to give my condolences to the family of the young gentleman of skillful band that has lost his life. Also to the public of St. Martin, that we pay attention to the crime level on our island, and also to the Ministry of Justice and others, and also with my role in Parliament, that we look to a solution to solve this strategy, because we can see that the crime on the island seems to become worse. So my condolences to the family and friends of this young gentleman.
Thank you, MP Roseberg. I now give the floor to MP Marlin. MP Marlin, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to my colleague MPs. Good afternoon to the listening public. I too would like to wish St. Martin a happy Flag Day, and also I'd like to give condolences to the Woods family with the loss of their brother, son, and also condolences to the young man, Mr. Pascal, who just lost his life tragically. So condolences to the two families, and happy Flag Day, St. Martin.
Thank you, MP Marlin. At this time, I see no until MP Jacobs takes her seat, and then she will take the floor. MP Jacobs, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to my colleagues, the Secretaries General and support staff. Good afternoon to the people of St. Martin. I'd like to also add my congratulatory words to those of the MPs who have spoken before me, in that St. Martin has continued to celebrate June 13th as our Flag Day. We still have a long way to go in terms of awakening the public, and I think it's because we have so many days now that we celebrate, being Flag Day, Constitution Day, and St. Martin Day. And I know at some point it was the idea to merge them. So I'm hoping that we'll get there one day. Not that this day would lose its significance, but it's not a holiday either. So in most of the other countries, they celebrate their day and their Flag Day simultaneously. So I would like to propose that we have a look at that, maybe make a proposal towards government in terms of the execution body. But with that being said, it was an honor to be at the ceremony this morning, being held at the M. Genevieve de Weaver School, of course, hosted by the Culture Department in collaboration with those schools, and great to see our youth being very much involved. Unfortunate that more schools couldn't be a part of it, but I guess there's room for us to grow in that regard, to really make this day live by the people of St. Martin. I encourage you to remember the pride and honor with which we fly our flag, and despite what we're going through as a country, we remain hopeful and resolved that together we can solve all the problems that we are faced with. Thank you, Madam Chair, for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Also, sorry, my apologies. Want to add my condolences also to the families who are mourning the loss of loved ones, including Auntie Marge Gums, including Jarius Woods and his dear family, very close to us, and the most tragic, I think, of them all being that of the murder of this young, upcoming, talented musician on St. Martin. Randy will definitely be missed by all of the persons past, of course, but that kind of a tragedy is something we as a community must step up to avoid its reoccurrence. And I would also like to ask for more safety on the roads from all road users. We all need to be our brother's keeper in that regard. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, MP Jacobs. And we now continue with the agenda point for this meeting, and that is the approved draft national decree extending the National Recovery Bureau with 2 years. This decree is registered on the IS 443 of the Parliamentary year 2023-2024, and it's dated February the 27th of this year. I would like to note that today's meeting is a continuation of the meeting which was adjourned on April 16th of this year, during which agenda point 1 was closed and the meeting was adjourned at agenda point number 2. So hence, the continuation of this meeting is the handling of agenda point number 2. Going over to that agenda point, it was on February the 27th of this year that Parliament received the draft national decree extending the National Recovery Bureau by 2 years. This decree was received from the Prime Minister. This document is registered as an incoming document, as I mentioned earlier, number IS 443, and of course it can be found on the Parliament General team. Due to the special nature of this agenda point, I would like to start off with a brief explanation of the reason behind the handling of this agenda point. In accordance with Article 82 of the Constitution of St. Martin, national ordinances are enacted jointly by the government and the Parliament acting as the legislator. A national ordinance can contain one or more delegation articles whereby the legislator delegates the task of further regulation of rules by means of lower legislation, such as a national decree. Today's Central Committee meeting is based on Article 31 of the Temporary National Ordinance, National Recovery Program Bureau. And that article, so Article 31, states that, 1, the national ordinance and the provisions based on it will be repealed by national decree on the first day of the 4th calendar year after the date of entry into force of this national ordinance. It continues, so Article 31, if the activities of the Bureau are not completed or not fully completed within the period referred to in paragraph 1, the period may be extended for a maximum of 2 years at a time by national decree. The national decree will be published in a National Gazette no later than 2 months before the expiry of this period. A proposal for a national decree, as referred to in paragraphs 1 and 2, may be made no earlier than 4 weeks after the draft of the national decree has been presented to Parliament. So, pursuant to this article, the members of Parliament will have the opportunity to give their comments on this draft if necessary. A report can then be drafted and presented to the government with the views of Parliament regarding the draft decree so that they are aware of the sentiments of Parliament and can take them into consideration. This is the second time, actually, that Parliament is handling such a decree. So hence today this meeting, and I ask if any member wishes to take the floor on this draft national decree that extends the life of the national ordinance regulating the establishment of the National Bureau for NRPB. No one. We see MP Emmanuel.
Madam Chair, can you give the explanation again on exactly what it is you're asking the MPs to comment on?
Yes. Thank you, MP Christophe Emmanuel, because then that would also allow the general public to take note of what it is we are discussing here in this central committee. So as I mentioned, the ordinance that regulates the establishment of the NRPB would expire after 4 years. However, if the work is not yet completed, the government can extend it by national decree. However, it's not a freestanding decree of the government. The government would have to, which they did, send the draft national decree, so the draft LB, to Parliament, so that if members of Parliament have any comments on the draft as presented by government, then those comments can be taken along because they will be sent back to the government. So right now, if the Parliament or members of Parliament have any observations regarding the extension by national decree, then that will be considered a conclusion of this meeting and put or send to the government. So that's what we're dealing with right now.
Madam Chair, have we received the draft already from the government?
The draft national decree? Oh, yes, we have.
And the comments from the government?
The government is actually a draft approved national decree by the government that then, according to this particular law, the national ordinance, according to the ordinance, it needs to come to Parliament. But the national decree has already been approved by the government, by the Commons.
And it would be something that the members of Parliament would have to vote on?
No.
No?
No.
So it's just for us to give our comments on what we think?
If there are any, yes, if there are any, correct. And then the government will be notified of these comments that members of Parliament have on the particular draft.
So then basically it doesn't lie in the hands of members of Parliament to whether approve or not approve the extension of the NRPB?
No, it's not our purview to do so. Again, the national ordinance, so the law that we did approve, the law, opens the possibility for extension. Otherwise, it would have automatically expired. But if the government found it necessary and feasible to extend it, the law gives the government the possibility of doing that by a national decree. So we received the decree as approved by the government. And again, if we have anything to remark concerning the decree, which actually states that the period of the temporary national ordinance, National Program Bureau Reconstruction, will, in accordance with Article 31, second paragraph of that ordinance, be extended with 2 years. So that's what the national decree from the government reads.
Okay, so there you had the openings, the little notifications. Now the meeting. Meeting is very simple. And Auntie Sarah did it Auntie Sarah style. She explained it, and then she explained it again, and then she explained some more. And then MP Christopher Emmanuel did what MP Christopher Emmanuel does well. Not understand a thing because this nigger don't like to read. I don't care what nobody say. Because the amount of times Sarah Westcott Williams said to the man, nigger, we are just here to give comments. So tell me what you think. Yeah, but Madam Chair, what do you mean? We're here because we just want comments. But can we change it? Can we give them 1 year instead of 2 years? No MP. Because they have to be nice, because, Christophe is part of the 2x3, 4. All right, Kevin? I don't know how you're feeling today. You be still good? Still 2x4? Anyway, Auntie Sarah with the masterclass. Pete, I need some nice circus music because it was a circus. So, Chris, you understand? Yeah, but I don't understand yet. I don't understand. So you're saying that we can't do nothing. So no matter what we do, they're still going to approve it. Yes. So anything we say, yes. Yeah, but Madam Chair, why are we here? Because you're getting paid. You're a member of Parliament. Read your notes. Yeah, but it makes no sense if I read it. If I read it, they still go extended for 2 years. So why read it? Let go. Scene. That's all right. Time to count your steps or get fit. I'm just going to give you 60 days of 60 calories or kilometers. Ms. Williams, please explain.
Hi, St. Martin. My name is Shamila Williams, and we have a serious problem on our hands. I've been following news coming from SZV, the medical center, and the government of St. Martin. And one thing is very clear. There's a high rise of chronic diseases such as hypertension and diabetes within our community. But that's not all. There's also been an increase of persons suffering from stress, anxiety, and depression. But we can fix this. This summer, I'm inviting the community to join me on a 60-60 fitness challenge. It's really simple and easy. So the goal of this challenge is to complete 60 kilometers in 60 days. And you can make it as easy as walking 1 kilometer a day, or you can challenge yourself to try to complete the 60 kilometers in even less time. Regularly engaging in physical activity is a proven way to improve your physical and your mental well-being. How does this challenge work, you may ask? Go to your phone's app store, download the Relive app, and create an account. Once you've created your account, you can click the link in the description of this video to join the challenge. Once you've joined the challenge, you will be able to track your progress as well as that of others who are participating in this challenge. I will also post schedules of running and hiking routes where we can come together and exercise as a group. This challenge is not about speed, so you can set your own pace and go as fast as your body and your schedule allows you to. The challenge begins on Monday, June 17th and ends on Thursday, August 15th. So join me, embrace this challenge, and let's work together on improving our physical and mental well-being. I look forward to getting fit with you this summer.
That's basically a synopsis. Yeah, understand? Welcome to the Late Night Show. We have a good one for you. Let's begin.
At GEBE, we take the safety and quality of your water seriously. Every day, our dedicated sample collectors venture into the field, visiting the places that matter to you: water tanks, school, supermarkets, home, and high-risk areas. Once these samples return to our water quality lab at KB, they embark on a journey that safeguards your well-being. Our dedicated analysts take over, sending these samples to the microbiology and chemistry departments, respectively. This is where the magic happens. We test for a range of parameters, and we do this every single day, no matter what, including holidays and weekends. In our microbiology department, we focus on 2 major tests targeting various bacteria. Confirmation tests are conducted, and we have plans in place in case the results are confirmed. And then we do it all over again, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Rain or shine, your water safety never takes a day off. So when you turn on the tap and enjoy a glass of GEBE's water, you can do so with confidence. GEBE, the power to serve.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and an exciting new airport mall. Finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport. The experience will move you.
And I'll fall on my knee. Tell me how to wait to be. Tell me how to wait for. Tell me all that I should know.
Great job, Carl. Thank you. Jeremy, come on up. For the final word in the Spelling Bee Championship, please spell insurance.
Insurance. N-A-G-I-C-O. Insurance.
That's correct. I hope your father can spell Nagico too.
Nagico is insurance. Insurance is Nagico.
Time for your flashback. Let's go to the flashback. We have a good one for you.
Flashback.
Welcome to the Late Night Show. Hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right. I'm your host, Andrew Day. All right. What's happening on the lovely island of St. Martin? We begin with the news of the EHAS. Remember the form that you have to sign, that you have to fill in when you're coming back to St. Martin? Well, it ceased to exist very soon, and it's going to be replaced with an automated information form for whenever you enter back into St. Martin. The reason why they're keeping it on board is because they need to know the numbers, how people are traveling, coming to St. Martin, going from St. Martin, and so on, so they could have a more accurate information as to how many people are coming in into the island. Okay, so each his own. Now, of course, there was a recent drama when it comes to the workers who were working for this EHAS project. Of course, it happened during the whole COVID situation, and contractors, freelancers, however you want to call them, were hired by the government like a casino, basically, because they didn't have no contract. They had an agreement, and they had to give billable hours, the invoice for the time that they spend, and so on and so on. Of course, some workers were very upset when they were told that the project has come to an end, so they no longer need the services. They expect the government to continue having them on either in the Ministry of Health or somewhere else, because they've been working hard with the EHAS for quite some time, and they get used to it, and they want to keep their income coming in. The only problem is when you have the Minister of Everything, and that is, of course, Minister Omar Otley, who is the Minister of VSA and also the acting Minister of TIAT, and you're going to go and blast him every single where that he is abusing the workers of the EHAS. You're going to go after the wrong minister because he don't play. The man reached into the Council of Ministers press briefing today, and he just went off. He played voice note. He tell them what he had to tell them, exactly what's on their mind, because nobody coming for Minister of Everything, Omar Ugly. Nobody. The soccer garden man come out of him. You don't believe me? This is what happened in press briefing today.
These persons work based on an hourly approach. Of course, when they were hired, everyone expected normal. You would be expected to work 40 hours. But if they work 15 hours, their invoices that they submit to government, keyword invoices, stated 15 hours. If they work 5, their invoices stated 5 hours. They were in charge of their own taxes. They were in charge of their own medical. The apparatus was a service agreement as a consultant. Employees does not submit invoices. Now, unfortunately, we have been faced with backlash from 2 members of former members of the EHAS that don't agree with their dismissal. First of all, it was an agreement, a mutual agreement to part ways for the project. Then it's being said that they were forced. No one was forced. It was clearly explained to them. And in a voice note that was illegally recorded by one of these persons, unknowingly to my staff, and sent I would like to play it because I didn't record it. They recorded the voice note. And here, I would like to play this.
So, and until that, it was never long term. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. It ain't no surprise. Yeah, we know from the beginning. So it was a project and it's going to end too. Yeah.
So for those that don't understand, that is the person now that is, I guess, filing a dispute stating it's not a secret. We know from the beginning that this was a project and it was coming to an end. That is the person that recorded the meeting. I have another piece I would like to play.
Look, all of them, every one of them, they can say what they want. They all know that this project was coming to an end. This is true. If this letter confirmed that it's coming to an end. So if you don't say, okay, let me try to find something else in the time being, that's up to you.
So for those who don't understand, he's saying all of them could be upset if they want, but everyone knew this project was coming to an end. The letter clearly shows us that this project was coming to an end. This was recorded in September. The letter he speaks about is a letter from June 2022, in which they were notified that due to budget constraints, that EHAS will have to come to an end eventually. The budget went from 1-point-something million to 500,000. That's the cuts, and eventually has to come to an end. Here you have it right here. The persons acknowledge that from the beginning, they knew that it was a temporary project based on COVID, and acknowledge that the letter of June gave them advance time to look for something else. And he himself said, whoever is upset is crazy because we all knew. See, I'm not here to throw anyone under the bus, but my name is my name. My name is all I have. And when you try to defamation of character, I have to answer. I have to show that I in no form or means took advantage of anyone.
Okay, from one soccer garden man to the Dutch quarter lady. And that is, of course, the Prime Minister of St. Martin, Sylvia Jacobs, who had to school me today in the Council of Ministers press briefing when I asked her the legitimacy of the government that we have now. Do we have support for the government in Parliament, yes or no? Are 8 or more members of Parliament supporting the Jacobs 2 cabinet, yes or no? Well, teacher Silly had to bring me to school today, and she was as feisty as always.
Thank you for that question. I don't usually entertain political questions here. And I know you always do try, but I see the importance of clarifying something as an educator. Sometimes I get knocked for it, but I think every opportunity to enhance understanding of how our systems work is a good one for the people of St. Martin. And we do not want people to be bamboozled because they do not understand how the system works.
She just called me dumb. She just called me dumb.
What happened in Parliament on Monday is to Parliament's account, and it was a proposal made by a member to change the chair of Parliament. It has nothing to do with the support of the Parliament for government. Had we had a similar type of vote for the laws, then we would have a challenge, then we would have a problem. So there was full support, almost 12 of the 15, I believe, voted for the laws. A government has support, can be deemed it doesn't have support if it cannot govern. So we needed those laws to be passed to be able to govern. And so I have no concern with, let's call it the politics that is going on at Parliament at the moment, as we have a majority support still to this moment. So if someone knows something I do not know, then I guess I will hear about it. But up until now, the support for the government remains intact. And that was shown with the vote that was passing the law. That was actually unquestioned for that day. We do have other laws coming up, and we are ready to go to Parliament based on that support to get those laws enacted in the interest of the people of St. Martin, which also includes the budget. I hope that's clear.
It was just a question. Just answer the question.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you're saying I don't understand, or the people don't understand. It's the condescending tone of the Prime Minister is what gets to me. I just don't understand how a simple question, it's either you have support or you don't have support. According to you, you have support because the good members of the opposition assisted the coalition that's supposed to be 8 with more votes because 12 people voted for the 12.5%, the law that was passed. However, the plan of the coalition to remove the chairlady of Parliament did not happen. So there is nothing wrong with that, and we're just going to act as if it's a normal day in St. Martin.
I hope that's clear.
Alrighty then. Thank you so much for watching the Late Night Show. We are about to begin. Sit back, relax, and yeah, let's go. That is for the Late Night Show. Thank you so much for watching. Until Monday. Count your steps. Lose some, pounds. I might do it. Might, sure, maybe. We'll see. Bye.